Alright guys, here we go with another game. Looks like this guy's name is International Master Lemon. He is 1674 and he is from Lithuania. It's interesting, I haven't played anybody from Lithuania yet. I don't think, but should be an interesting game. Looks like this game, I kind of messed up my move order again. Unfortunately, I haven't been getting too much sleep lately, so I'm messing up my own move order. I was going to play a Grunfeld, but I guess now I'm stuck playing a King's Indian. King's Indian defense, definitely not one of my specialties. In fact, I really don't know much of anything about it. But I think what I want to do is, I definitely don't want to trade my light squared bishop off for his light squared bishop, so I'm going to avoid that trade. Maybe I'll just play for... Yeah, I think I'll just play for b5 somehow. Knight a6 to c7, a6, b5. Should be fairly simple. Unfortunately, he's going to get a huge attack on my king. So what can you do? I really don't know anything about the King's Indian, like I've said, so I'm going to probably get crushed this game. Of course, I'm playing an International Master, so it makes it even harder. A4 here. Can I play b5? b5, c takes b5, a takes b5, rook takes rook, queen takes rook. Oh wait, sorry. b5, cb5, ab5, ab5. He has one extra piece on it. That's a shame. Okay, rook b8, I guess. And now I expect a5. Pretty standard stuff. I think I'm just gonna play it anyway. Simply because I need to get some action going on the queen side. And maybe get something going on the flank at some point. I was thinking about somehow sacking my rook for the knight, but it doesn't seem to work out too well. I guess queen b8 seems reasonable. Maybe slide into b3. Rook b3. My knight's feeling a little weird on c7. Maybe it was a bad plan playing knight c7, but I guess he wants to play e5, and I don't really have a way to prevent that. That move was probably bad. I'm playing very poorly today. I don't even have any good plans for this type of position. See, now I just lost a tempo. At least one tempo at least. Now I'm losing more tempos. This is all bad, all bad. d6 could be ugly. A lot of times I find people are unwilling to sacrifice things when they have a huge advantage like this, and that makes it really hard for them to break through. d6 maybe not a sound sacrifice, but definitely moves like e6 come to mind. Bring maybe bishop here, or bishop there, wherever, on my pawn. I'm just going to try f6, because if I can trade off one of these pawns here, I'll be doing a little bit better. If pawn takes, knight takes, my position is consolidated a little bit. And now I'll have the f-file to work with. Maybe my rook on b6 will be a little helpful. I'm capturing there not just to capture, but also to maybe bring my rook over at some point. And also it's defended this way, so he can't recapture. And now maybe I can plant my knight on d6 when I get a chance here. Rook here is a nice pin on this knight. It can't really move because I'll capture his rook here. He can't play queen takes because obviously rook takes knight is going to be bad for him. Okay, knight there. I guess I kind of have to go back to f7 with that rook. Again, his f3 knight's pinned, so he can't play knight f to g5, which would win an exchange. Now my bishop is hanging. Guess I'll go back to c8, because there's no other good squares. Maybe I could pin his knight somehow with a move like queen b6, but then after bishop e3, he's out of all of the pins that I had going for myself, so that would be a shame. I could definitely try a move like knight d6, followed by a move like e4, might be okay. It would be a pawn sacrifice. Oh, I got disconnected. Oh, he moved. Okay, bishop g5. I'm thinking just knight d6 like I was planning. He could take on e5 now, which would be a little annoying. Knight takes e5, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, rook takes rook. King probably to prevent my... because his knight would be hanging, right? So... right, knight takes. Figured as much. I don't know, maybe e6 is okay here. Try to trade off the pawns. Bishop e7 looks kind of interesting. Bishop e7, I might be in a bit of trouble again. I'm pretty good at getting myself into trouble. It's kind of a shame. Well, I can't allow that trade. Don't want to come there because I'd like to keep his queen pinned down to the defense of this knight here. Oh, he's forking me here, huh? That's a shame. Well, I'm gonna try to get some sort of cheap tactic in somehow. I'm thinking queen g1 check, queen h2 check, and his knight is hanging on e5. Pretty cheesy tactic, probably doesn't work, but everything's worth a shot in this cruddy position that I got myself into. Every time I accidentally get into the King's Indian, I get stuck with crappy positions like this. And now he wants to trade this off. Well, I don't want to do that. That wouldn't be fun for me. D7 is good here for him. Make it hard for me to do anything. I have to sack my bishop for it. D7, bishop takes. Oh, he played knight d7. Knight d7, what's his idea here? My knight is still hanging here, so I have to do something with that. Maybe I can take here. And after knight takes, I can play a move like knight d5. But I don't want to give up the defense of e6, so you can play queen takes e6 check, and then pawn takes d5. I lose my knight. I'm kind of curious what he's thinking about. He has this sack here, knight g6, but it might be a little too slow. Might be. Oh, never mind. My connection just got interrupted again. I can't give up that defense. I can't penetrate with my queen anywhere. Maybe I'll just get greedy and take this. Greed is never good in this position. But I don't really see any other moves I had. Knight f6 doesn't work. Pawn takes here would be good for him, maybe. Then after knight takes, then he has like knight f3, knight f6 check. He's trying to... What is he trying to do? Oh, he wants to play d7. Okay, he's threatening d7 here, and I don't have a good way to guard d8, so that's going to be bad for me. I have to sack on the pawn, unfortunately. So my position got worse and worse, and now he's up a piece for his efforts. I'm just gonna push my pawn. I don't have any good ideas here. I'm just busted, so he can have my e-pawn. I'm not worried about that. I'll just see how far I can push my a-pawn. Maybe it'll get far enough. I guess I'm just going to take his d-pawn here. He can't take my a-pawn necessarily because I can take his knight here. I'll take that. And unfortunately my time's wearing thin here. Lost on time again. At the end it's probably just a draw here, especially if he trades queens, but oh well. I'm playing like crud today.